Hello YouTube, this is Corbin22 here, back with another 100 point squadron build for Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures. Tonight, I'm taking a bit of a different approach. I decided to employ two large ships, and those large specifically are the YT-1300 and the YT-2400. Now, I'd say the purpose behind this build is kind of similar to that of my previous Gold Squadron build, and that is heavy defense coupled with all-around firing power. See, both the YT-2400, both the YTs here have an omnidirectional firing arc. So they're able to attack outside their firing arcs as per usual. And they're also able to take quite a substantial amount of hits, with the YT-2400 being less so, but has a slightly higher agility value to compensate for that. So with that all said and done, let's move on to their upgrades. Now it's a small build, because both ships cost a tremendous amount of squadron points. And the upgrades I also gave them also cost quite a bit of squadron points as well. But I've calculated this build totals up to 100 squadron points, I believe. Yep, 100 squadron points. And should be good in dealing with enemy ships from any direction. It's added to the fact that pretty decent attack power, all the omnidirectional firing arc, and decent defense or heavy defense means that these guys can take a hit as well as dish one out as well. So let's move on to the first ship we have here. The first ship I've chosen is Rendar. He has a pilot skill of 7. He flies the Corellian YT-2400 freighter. He has an attack value of 2, an agility value of 2, a hull value of 5, and a shield value of 5. He can take on the focus, lock on, and barrel actions. He costs 36 squadron points. He's able to take on the elite pilot skill upgrade, a cannon upgrade, a missile upgrade, and a crew upgrade. His ability states, you may ignore obstacles during the activation phase and when performing actions. So with Rendar, you're able to move on top of a debris field or an asteroid, and his ability basically cancels out the effects of asteroids and debris fields. So he can land on top of or pass through a debris field or asteroid. If he passes through a debris field or lands on a debris field, he will not take a stress. He will not roll for damage, and with landing on an asteroid, he will not take damage, and he will still be able to attack, as well as perform his actions. So yeah, that makes Rendar a pretty good ship to have in this build. Now for his first upgrade, I've chosen to give him the Outrider title card. The Outrider is the ship that Dash flew in Shadows of the Empire. It's a title card made only for the YT-2400, and it states, hey, let me get this to focus. There we go. It states, while you have a cannon upgrade card equipped, you cannot perform primary weapon attacks, and you may perform cannon secondary weapons attacks against ships outside your firing arc. So the Outrider, it pretty much cancels out your primary weapon value, but it allows you to use your cannon upgrade as you would your regular primary weapon. So it'll allow you to attack in any direction, as well as give you that the attack value of that particular weapon you've equipped. So yeah, for that particular cannon slot, I've gone with a heavy laser cannon. Focus. There we go. A heavy laser cannon. It has an attack value 4. It can be used at range 2 to 3, and it states attack one ship. Immediately after rolling your attack dice, you must change all of your critical results to hit results. So while the heavy laser cannon kind of dumbs down its effectiveness, meaning that you can't score crits with this card, it basically makes it so that it kind of dumbs down the ability of the card. But with an attack value 4, I think that kind of compensates for it, provided you get some lucky rolls. However, to ensure that you get pretty good rolls, I've given Rendar a gunner as his crew member, as his crew slot. It says, after you perform an attack that does not hit, you may immediately perform a primary weapon attack. You cannot perform another attack this round. So what I think I've done here is, with Rendar's Outrider, it cancels out his primary weapon, and it allows him to use his heavy laser cannon. But with the gunner, I'm able to attack with my primary weapon, or does it allow me to attack? No, yeah. So Outrider lets me use my heavy laser cannon, but I can't attack with my regular attack. So after I use my heavy laser cannon, I can use Gunner to roll for my regular attack value, and hopefully score a better hit, or hopefully score a hit for a second chance. And you know, now that I think about it, probably Predator would have been a better build for this, better shot for this instead of Gunner, because I'm not sure if Gunner allows you to use your primary weapon value. In fact, I think Outrider cancels out Gunner's ability. Well, we'll get to that in a second. For the next ship I've chosen Chewbacca. He has a pilot skill of 5. He flies the YT-1300 freighter, the Corellian YT-1300 freighter, sorry. He has an attack value of 3, an agility value of 1, a hull value of 8, and a shield value of 5. He can take on the focus and lock-on action. He costs 42 squadron points. And he's able to take on an elite pilot skill, a missile upgrade, and 2 crew members. His ability states, when you are dealt a face-up damage card, immediately flip it face down without resolving its ability. So with Chewbacca, it allows me, basically with Chewbacca, if an enemy scores a critical hit on you, you immediately flip it face down, and you do not resolve its effect. So basically, Chewbacca cancels out critical hits, which is pretty damn good for a ship with a pilot skill of 5. Now, for his first upgrade, I've chosen anti-pursuit lasers. They're an upgrade. Oh, hang on. Is this not going to focus? There we go. It's an upgrade only meant for a large ship, and it states, after enemy ship executes a maneuver that causes it to overlap your ship, roll 1 attack die. On a hit or critical result, the enemy ship suffers 1 damage. So this is good for when a ship overlaps you. If you overlaps you, you can roll 1 attack die with your anti-pursuit lasers, and if you score a crit or a hit, a regular hit or a critical hit, that ship suffers 1 damage. So it's pretty good for finishing off. It's a pretty good finisher for any enemy ships that happen to go into your overlap base and have only like 1 hit point left. Now for his first upgrade, I've given him Veteran Instincts. And Veteran Instincts basically increases your pilot skill by 2. So that jumps up Chewbacca from a level 5 pilot to a level 7 pilot, which means that when you're moving these ships, you now have a choice of which ship to move first, which will actually be quite advantageous for you, depending on the situation. And for his only co-pilot, I've chosen Lando Calrissian. And it's an upgrade that must be performed on the action stage, and it states, roll 2 defense dice. For each focus result, assign 1 focus token to your ship. For each evade result, assign 1 evade token to your ship. So with Lando Calrissian, you can, instead of performing a target lock or a focus, you can use Lando Calrissian's ability, roll 2 defense dice, and for every focus result you get, you assign a focus token. For every evade result, you give evade token to your ship. So it's, with Lando, it's really all about chance, which kind of fits the character really, because Lando is like a heavy-duty gambler, and that's how he got the Falcon in the first place, and that's how he's able to run his Tibanna gas operations on Cloud City, because he's a heavy-duty gambler. So yeah, this kind of takes advantage of the whole gambling thing, where you take your defense dice, roll, and just pray that you get either a focus or evade. So this is, I'm going to call this my Smuggler's Haven build. Now, for the ship's strengths, the fact that they can attack in any direction and have a high defense value. Dash Rendar has a defense value of 10, and Chewbacca has a defense value of 13. With heavy laser cannons, raising Dash's attack value to 4, and Chewbacca's primary attack value being 3, this ensures that they will be able to take a lot of hits and dish them back out at the same time. Now for the weaknesses, they're big ships. So with dash, this doesn't matter. With dash, this doesn't matter at all. But with Chewbacca, you got to be careful because large ships it makes it easier for them to run into obstacles because of their large base, and depending on the obstacles you land on, you'll either get stressed and lose your ability, or lose your action, or you will roll for damage, or you roll for damage on an asteroid and are not able to take your focus and not able to take an action. So yeah, either one causes you to lose your action and cause you to roll for damage. Although with large ships like this, I would rather take my chance in the debris field because it's less chance of getting hit, because critical hits are what cause you damage. Also, the Chewbacca's YT-1300 can't evade that well. It's only got an agility value of 1, but added with his defense and the fact that he can cancel criticals with his ability, I think that kind of makes up for it. So yeah, this is my Smuggler's Haven build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. If you like, you can use this build for competitive and casual play, or you can tweak it out or revamp it or completely do a complete do-over with it to your specifications. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Corbin22, signing off.